What's up, everybody? How we doing today? Is your boy B back with you once again for another round of Big John's Card Sharks right here at MVG Productions. Glad you could be here with me once again. Well, it's time for another Mystery Monday, and we're going to shuffle up and play with the cards. But today we are going to be playing with not two contestants, because I'm actually going to get to play this one. And challenging me today in today's game, we have my good buddy John Bergman with us. Welcome, John.
Hey, thank you for having me, and thank you for inviting me over. Appreciate that. So,
yeah, I know you're a fan of the game, and you're a fan of the '70s era of Card Sharks. Which one of the hosts between Joe McHale, Bill Rafferty, Jim Perry, and what's this? I can see his face, and it's killing
Bob
me.
Eubanks.
Thank you, Bob Eubanks. Which one was your favorite host of Card Sharks?
Oh my goodness, sir, babe. Boy, if I can speak English, I'll be fantastic.
Right, I feel you there.
I'm gonna be honest with you, but I really can't pick between two of them, basically, and that is Jim Perry and Bob Eubanks did an amazing version.
Yeah,
and and even though they both hosted basically the same type of show, of course, they had different approaches, and it worked.
Yeah, I think all the hosts, including Joel McHale, actually emceed the game really well. But I think personally for me, Jim Perry is always going to be number one because, like I said, he's just up there on my list for me. But I actually put Bill Rafferty second because, I always liked his funny approach. And just for me, my sake, I always thought he was an underrated host.
Now, I agree with you, but Bill did an absolutely amazing job. I'll tell you one thing: the syndicated version doesn't get enough love, in my opinion, because one of the best things about was just like the cash cards and the prize cards. But I think they made it much more exciting, and of course, they had to do something different when it came to the syndicated version of it.
Right.
So. And I think it worked. So,
and that's something I wish we could add into any of our Card Shark series here. I know our buddy Neil, if it ever makes it to air at some point somewhere, he's actually doing a series of Card Sharks right now on our Discord server, where he's actually has custom decks of the Card Sharks cards made, and he's actually dealing with a live sort of game, and we're watching it play out. So it's actually great, and we're going to try to at some point to see if, while it's been recorded or seeing what's going on with it, we'll try to get at least one episode to air for you guys out there in Discord land. But I think we've done enough talking at this point. You want to play some Card Sharks?
Let's do it.
I say we too. Let's get to the game, shall we? All right, John's going to play as their champion in this one, so he's going to be playing the red cards. I'm going to be playing the blue cards as the challenger. And John, that means you get question number 1, because remember, we play best 2 out of 3 here. John, first off, we asked 100 airline pilots, would you be nervous as a passenger on a plane if the pilot's a woman? How many of 100 airline pilots said they would be nervous if they were a passenger on a plane where a pilot was a woman?
Oh boy,
Yeah, this question feels like it comes out of the old Card Sharks archives on this one.
Yeah, something like that, exactly. Although there's still some people that have, that kind of mentality of a woman driver, which is nonsense. But I'm going to say, though, 40.
Yeah, say 40 out of 100 of them. All right. I mean, it depends on how superstitious they are, and that gets into a whole different level of meaning with this. So I'm actually going to say it's just slightly higher. Let's see, the actual number of pilots is 21. Is not higher, it's lower. Thank God.
Oh, nice, yes.
That makes me feel better about this. All right, John. Start you off with the base card of a 6. You can change it since you won the question.
Okay. So as dumb as this may sound, I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to say higher.
All right, going on. Higher than a 6. It's a king.
Lower.
Going on, lower than the king. It's a 9.
Freeze.
All right, freezing right there, having a 3-card advantage over me as I get the second question, which is this. They asked 100 women married to U.S. Marines. Have you ever seen their husband cry? How many of 100 women married to U.S. Marines said yes, they have seen their husband cry? Well, for me, in this case, I know that having men show their emotions now is being well more accepted in the world, even though it's still hard to live life in that essence where men show emotions. They have to be able to take the abuse, take the punishment, and continue on. When it's it's just as hard for a man as it is for a woman or even a child at that point. And I would say with those tough situations, it gets very emotional, like with coming back or missing loved ones. I'm pretty sure that most of them have seen their husbands cry at some point. So I'm going to say the answer is fairly high. I'm going to go like 72. So, John, what do you think? Higher or lower than 72?
Um, I think it's lower, but just a little bit lower because you're right. So in a bit, I think the Marines are, and I know a couple two Marines, a couple of two Marines basically. Sorry about that, sir, but I'm trying to answer an email. I apologize.
That's all right.
That they have seen a lot of stuff in their time of Marines, and they do shed a few tears, especially when talking about their fallen comrades. So, but I want to say it's a little bit lower.
All right, lower it is. Let's see. The actual number of U.S. women who have seen their Marines cry is actually higher, 84. I'm sort of happy about that, but at the same time, it's like, wow, I didn't think it'd be that high. Okay. I've got a jack, which I'm okay with, so I'll play it and go lower. It's a 10. Just barely. All right, let me see if I can catch up to John. I'll go lower again. Oh, look, another 9. I feel like I don't want to be caught in the same spot, especially with only 2 questions to go. I'm going to risk it to go lower. Lower than a 9. It's a 4. Nice. Let's play it all the way. Higher for the first game of the match. It's a jack. All right. I took a gamble, and it worked out for me. It could have easily went the other way. So we'll deal out the next cards off the top of the deck, and we'll start round 2. John, this first question is for you. You'll need this round to catch up. John, we asked 100 women. We asked 100 women if the U.S. Army was to start drafting folks for the Army once again. Should they draft both men and women? How many of those 100 women said they should, if the Army started to draft, would have to draft both men and women again?
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be high, even though there might be women who believe in equality.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say 48.
All right, 48 out of those 100 women think that when men get drafted, women should get drafted as well. I think you're actually darn near spot on, sir, but I'm simply just going to go higher just simply because of the odds at this point. There's statistics here, so I'll go just a tad higher. Let's see. The actual number of women who believe both men and women should be drafted to the Army. Oh, it's 46. See, I told you were very close on that. Good,
almost, yeah.
Good assessment, sir. That was almost a big bonus for you there. All right, John, you start off this round with that ugly snowman. The 8.
Oh, man, but gotta change it.
Yeah, you won the question, so you get the right to change your base card. That 8 goes away. In its place, we shall find a 7. Not much better.
Ooh.
Got to call it from there.
Yeah, I know, but You know something, everybody? I just have this feeling that it's going to be lower, but so I'm going to say lower.
All right, going against the odds. Hope you're right. Lower than the 7. Oh no, it was a 9. All right, so you stay with there, and I get to flip my base card. Oh look, it's another 7.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll try my luck. Let's see. Was my 7 lower? No, wait, definitely not. Okay, so
Let's burn the cards.
yeah, we're just gonna burn those cards off. We'll pretend we didn't play them. Actually, we did. Question 2 this round goes to me. Let's see. They asked 100 Australian women, "Have you ever been robbed or held up on the streets?" How many of those 100 Australian women said they have? Well, there's not many streets in Australia. Most of it's outback and desert. So you're getting held up out there, Mike. It must be struggling times, but I don't think it's that many. But I'd say maybe like 1 out of every 4. So we'll vary it a little bit. I'll say 28. John, what do you think? Higher or lower than 28?
It might be just a little bit higher
Little.
because I know that they might be living. I mean, even in some of these outback cities, if you know what I mean, there's still some just crazy people out there looking for a quick buck. So I'm gonna say it's a little bit higher.
All right, a little bit higher than that. Let's see. The actual number of Australian women who have been robbed or held up in the streets is actually 5. It's actually much lower.
Oh,
Wow. That is very surprisingly there. All right. Oh, let's see. I've got control of the cards. I'm going to change my 7. We're going to throw that out of here and place off play. Oh, look, another 9. Can I get my 7 back? No, it's gone.
Yeah.
Dang it. Wait, Bob Stewart, what are you doing here? Oh, you're running the game since I'm having to play? I'm watching you. I'm watching you now. I think he stacked the deck against me at this point. Okay, let's try to play it statistically here. I'll go lower than the 9. It's a 4. Okay. I'll play higher. And the 4. It's an 8 up the middle. Ugh. I'll freeze this time. I'm not feeling nearly as bold. So I'll freeze there.
I was just going to say that he's still trying to have you and Jason locked out of the studios.
I know, but you forget one thing, Bob. I own this studio. My name's on the building.
That's right.
In very tiny letters, but it's there.
Yes.
Yes, the MVG Productions logo looks great up there, but again, that's just me. All right. John, this question is for you, our third one of our round here. Let's see, we've asked 100 people, and we asked them, have you ever hung up on an annoying caller and by pretending the line was disconnected? How many of 100 people say they have hung up on an annoying caller and pretend it was disconnected?
Oh man, everybody! I have a feeling, everybody, that even though they don't want to admit this, there's probably been some that's done that, and that could be understandable because there are some people that just talk and talk and talk. I'm looking at you, Grandma. Sorry. I'm going to say 45.
45 of them. All right. That's fairly close because I know I've done it before, especially with telemarketers that are trying to get me to sell something. Just all of a sudden I will quickly just click and not think about it again. So I'm going to say this one's going to be a little bit higher than that. Let's see. The actual number of people who've hung up on someone and pretended the line disconnected is 55. It is just slightly higher.
Oh wow!
All right. I got the control of the 8. I'm going to change it now. 8 out of the way. Next card off the top of the deck. 8 now becomes a 4, which I like better. Let's go higher than the 4. There's a king. And lower for the game and the match. Lower than a king?
Let's find out.
It's an 8. You got it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Well, I won the match. But John, I've played this a lot of times, and I want to see how well you do. So I'm gonna let you tackle the money cards today. You ready?
All right, let's do it.
Okay, well, let's come on over here and let's see how much damage you could do to our bank account here as we play the money cards. All right, John, we're going to start you off on the bottom row there with $400 to give you 3 cards to play with. So we move you up the second row, we'll give you an additional $600 and 3 more cards. And then once you get up to the big bet, you must bet at least half your money. If you get stuck at any point, you can change from one of the 3 cards across the top. And a perfect double all the way to the top will get you $60,800, sir.
And then Bob Stewart would have a heart attack, and there you go.
Yes, he would. All right, here's your base card. Oh, look at that, an ace. Very nice. Just a reminder, there's also jokers in the deck, which will help you try to win our jackpot at the end here. So,
all right, no problemo. Let's do it, and let's make it groovy, people. All of it lower.
All right, $400, all of it lower than the ace. Come on. It's a jack. There we go. All right, $800 in a jack, sir.
Okay, but how about $500 lower?
All right, going $500. Big bet here, lower than the jack. That's another jack. It's a push. No win, no loss on that. You still got the $800, and you still got a jack.
All right, but I'll do the same bet, $500 lower.
Same bet again, $500 lower than the jack. Oh no, it's a queen. All right, that's $300 there, but we'll give you another $600 on this row, so it brings you up to $900, and you have a better card now.
Okay, but then, all right, but how about this? $600 lower.
All right, $600 lower than the queen. It's a 2. Very nice. $1,500 and a card you can't lose on.
Absolutely, all of it higher.
Betting it all higher than the deuce. There it is, $3,000, and you have a 10 now.
Okay, but I'm going to keep the card.
Okay.
Okay, I'll bet that particular amount $1,500 lower.
Ooh, risky bet here. Half of it. Lower than a 10. It's a 5. All right, $4,500. We'll move up to the big bet there. First off, question is, do you want to keep the 5?
I do want to keep the 5, yes.
Okay, you got $4,500. You must risk at least $2,250 on this card.
Okay, how about this? $3,000 higher.
All right, for $1,500 or $7,500, we want to see $3,000 on it. Higher than a 5? It's an ace. Very nice. $7,500 plus the $200 I threw in from winning the game. That's $7,700. Now let's see. We got one shot at winning the jackpot, sir. There's one card with a dollar sign up there. You find it, it's worth $40,000 more. So, pick a number. Which one you feels lucky?
2.
Number 2 for the big money. Is it behind 2? It was number 5. That's all right. We'll add another $10,000 to the jackpot next time. We'll bring it up to $50,000. And I just want to give John a big shout out. Thanks for playing, buddy. Appreciate you having here. Make for an exciting and very interesting conversation. Good game here. So,
hey, the pleasure was all mine. Always, and thank you very much for inviting me.
You are welcome anytime, my friend. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us here on this episode of Card Sharks. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of the Big John's Card Sharks series, check out the playlist we have here on the channel. And if you haven't subscribed and love game show games like this and you want to see more of your favorites from the past, present, or future, click that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. That way you never miss out on all the fun and games going down here at MVG Productions. And in the meantime, between time, till we shuffle up and deal once again, for John Bergman, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you all next time. So long, everybody.